We've also got like the welterweight division at the minute is in a little bit of a spin of its own. We're talking about McGregor and what's going on inside and outside the cage with him. But the welterweight division, we've had some fights announced or speculation on fights that might be announced. Lawlor versus Woodley 2. That's going down June 29th on UFC.
That's been confirmed, though.
That's confirmed. And then Askren versus Jorge Masvidal, not confirmed, but maybe possibly happening July 6th, UFC 239. And that fight, I mean, we've had a chat. Maybe you want to expand on that. That fight is still not confirmed, but it's good. It's good on social media, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
it's good.
That's where the fight will be good on social media. Masvidal's hilarious, you know, like how he is, his whole persona, and Askren is very good, but the fight itself doesn't excite me too much. Also, I mean, to be honest, you want to be really honest.
Be honest with me, mate.
Okay.
Don't ever lie to me. Let's just set that rule
and
now.
Ben Askren fight, none of them really excite me. You know, he's not an exciting fighter. He's good also, a bit like a Chael Sonnen. You know, I like the social media guy more than actually his fights himself. And I think stylistically that fight is just terrible for Masvidal. He's got a lot of momentum now, a massive win. You know, he's just like, he's blown up. He has more of the play in what he says at the moment, and if I was his coach, which I'm not, I'd be like, there's better fights for you out there. You know, you can get just as much attention. You know, like what he said, he's had one fight in the UFC and a questionable win. It wasn't like you dominated and smashed someone. You got your face smashed up.
Slam in the UFC. I think. Well, maybe the Matt Hughes slam when he won the title. Maybe that was slightly worse than that. But Robbie Lawlor driving your entire body through the canvas and then beating you up and then getting bulldog choked, but without a tap.
This means it's not you can't really be calling the shots after that kind of question.
Somehow he is, mate. This is the thing where social media rules. You can do what you want in the cage. That everyone's almost forgotten that, because somehow with this boom roasting and all the other stuff that Ben Askren is doing, flying to London to be beside the cage and in the mix somehow, physically, verbally, visually, he is taking his, as in his own words, his punk white boy afro and love handles, and he's shoving it right into relevance, right?
Yeah, well, yes. Obviously, everyone's talking about him. He's doing the right thing.
He's talking about himself more than everyone else, but we're all listening. That's the problem, isn't it?
He's got it right. When he's not as, I'd say, marketable for his fighting style, he's making himself marketable outside. It's like I say, I compare it to someone like not Conor McGregor, sorry, like Chael Sonnen. He wasn't the most exciting fighter. He was more exciting off the camera. Yeah. You know, then you get someone who's exciting off the camera, like Conor McGregor, and you get someone who's an exciting fighter like Conor McGregor, and that's where you get this monster. You know, like where they generate massive pay-per-views. You know, so that's the difference. You know, so some people generate pay-per-views for the style of fighting. Yeah. You know, you want to like. Any fight with Gaethje in,
take my money.
Yeah, you know, you got one side of a fight. Yeah, you just need a dance partner. Yeah, you know, anyone.
Your bin man sounds pretty tasty, to be honest. Let's get him back.
Yeah, so like you know that. So like so he doesn't need to sell a fight by talking rubbish on social media. Yeah, someone like a Ben Askren does.
And then you talk about him selling himself, somebody who's now slipping into the distance off the back of perhaps having the most coverage they've ever had, despite all their wins, despite their performances, Leon Edwards. So now he's sort of in. If that fight does get signed, if it does become Askren, Masvidal, Lawlor versus Woodley, I think Dos Anjos is fighting Kevin Lee. So that is all the top fighters, all in that top 5, top 6. He's looking down the division again.
Yeah, true. As enough for me, again, it's to do with performances. Where he performs really well, right? He's been winning some really, really top level fights and looking great, but he's getting a lot of decisions. So it's like a lot of decision wins. Yeah, and then obviously outside, he's very quiet on social media. He's not that guy really too much, you know. So like that's why he's just like in a bad way how the world works. So the dog who barks the most gets the bone, you know. Like so,
the
like
squeaky wheel gets the grease.
That's the one.
Let's get some more of those going. Any more? No.
Any more Bradisms? I change one. I don't know. Yeah, but it's like, so he's not creating a lot of noise. There's not a lot of noise about that. And like I say, what happened after those fights, for the wrong reasons, I guess, was more noise for Masvidal than it was. It would have been him of around 2-piece and a soda on Masvidal. It may be different, but it's not. He got hit. Nothing happened back from it. Kind of like that was it, So, and we haven't heard. There's been no interviews. It's not as if
he did a couple of the American shows. So he did a couple of them, but again, there was no massive sound bites that came off of them. It wasn't. Do you know, like when you see on social media or you see a couple of the interviews go around, and then you get these little sound bites that people retweet and put out as their own
content.
Said
something mad,
totally.
I'm going to eat his soul or something like that. Whatever. Feed me his,
You were never a smack talker, were you, mate? No. You concentrate on the image more than that, were you? I'm going to eat your soul.
I'm going to block your punches with my face.
Yeah. Oof. All right. But